Hi everybody, it's Helen with Camino Provisions. Today bringing you tips on how to beat the Camino heat, so stay tuned. The two most popular months on the Camino are the summer ones. July and August are always busy with pilgrims because so many people are able to be off work and school and have time to walk the Camino. So those are definitely the most popular months to walk. They are also the hottest. Sometimes temperatures can reach the high 30 and into the 40 degrees centigrade, which is high 80s, 90s Fahrenheit, and it's very important to do what you can to stay safe. So hydration is the key to staying healthy and safe during the hot temperatures of summer on the Camino. And we recommend doing this mostly with water, but we also want you to know that there are a couple of other ways to add to the hydration of your body so that it can maintain a healthy state where you can sweat like you should and cool yourself off that way. My favorite Camino drink to drink when I'm hot and needing to hydrate on the Camino is a drink that all pilgrims have come to know and love probably, which is called Aquarius. As far as I know, it's only available in Spain, but anyway, maybe other places, but we don't have it here in America that I've ever found. But it is available at markets and places along the Camino in different flavors, but it is really a good drink that has electrolytes and things in it that really help nourish your body and keep it hydrated. But if you don't want to drink Aquarius or some other sports drink with electrolytes, you can just put a pinch of salt in your drinking water, and that will have a similar effect to the electrolytes in the Aquarius or other sports drinks. So keep that in mind as a way to help keep yourself hydrated. Another tip is to mention that the way you dress in the summer can help with the heat. Some of these clothing items are available on Amazon, and other times you can find them at REI, even on sale at some of the places in the city where you live. But typically the fabrics I'm talking about would be made out of some sort of microfiber, where they will not only help wick away the moisture, but they will also be easy to wash and also easy to drip dry overnight, which pilgrims have to do to try to stay a little bit fresh. I've heard Australians rave about the base layers they choose made from a merino wool, very lightweight merino wool, as this is not only wicking and breathable, but also they love it because they say it does not hold any kind of odor to it. So that's another fabric to try when you're starting to shop for your Camino clothes. I also want to encourage you to protect yourself from the sun. Not only do I want to encourage you to find ways to be free of the heat or cool yourself down, but also the sun on the Camino in the summer especially can be intense. And some of the worst sunburns I have ever seen are the ones I see on people walking the Camino. I grew up in Florida, spent most of my life in Florida, but the worst sunburns I've ever seen are on the Camino. Pilgrims walking in clothing that doesn't cover their body and without any kind of sunscreen or sunblock to protect themselves. So I would encourage you to consider using clothing that has an SPF factor to cover yourself as much of yourself as possible. But if you don't want to do it that way, do realize that you will need some sort of protection, sunscreen or something, on the exposed parts of your body, your face, so you can protect yourself from burning, because it's a very dangerous situation to get a bad sunburn. I also want to mention that we really believe in hats with a broad brim to provide shade for as much of your face and neck as you can. Our first Caminos, we walked in baseball caps, and that just didn't cut it for us. We got a lot of sun on our faces, and that was not a good thing for us. So consider finding a favorite hat that you can use on the Camino. And you don't have to wear it all the time. If you're walking in shade, you can give yourself a break from it. Use it to protect yourself from intense sun. And I would say that our favorite hats have the broad brim. They're made out of wicking fabric. They also have some ventilation in them, in the crown of them, that allows some airflow to come in to help cool your head, which really helps you feel cooler all over. And they also have a string, a tie, that if you're in heavy wind, which happens quite a lot on the Camino, and especially in the elevation areas, over the Pyrenees and places like that, but also on flatlands, the string will help. You can cinch it up and help keep it on your head. It's not a real fashion statement, but it does keep it on your head, which is a good thing. So hat, clothing, sunscreen. Many pilgrims decide to beat the heat by getting up very early in the morning, sometimes even before the sun is up, so that they can walk in cooler temperatures without the intensity of the sun. This is a good idea, but I will caution you a couple of things. You might want to, if you think you might want to do that, you might want to be sure to bring a headlamp and wear that so that you can improve your visibility, not only for you to be able to see your path, but also for people to be able to see you, especially when you're walking on roadsides where there is car traffic. Unfortunately, every year some pilgrims are hit by cars, either because they have been walking in the road and not paying attention to the traffic, or the car just didn't see them when they were crossing a road or something. So just be aware of that. And if you do plan to beat the heat by walking early in the morning, just do so safely and make sure you can see the path well to have safe foot plants and not stumble and fall. When you do take a break from your walking to hydrate, have a good long drink of water or electrolyte sports drink, do find shade, whether it's the shade of a tree or the shade of a cafe umbrella. Do the best you can to be in the shade. That will help your body cool off a lot. And I know when we were going to walk in 2007, when we were going to be walking for our very first trip, my father, who was a veteran of the Second World War, had told us that when they were being trained and learning how to be moving from one place to another for long road marches, they would take a break once every hour. They would rest for 10 minutes, try to find shade, try to put their feet up, elevate their feet by lying down if there was a place to do that, put their feet up to we even suggest taking off your hiking shoes and socks, maybe changing socks to dry ones. Another thing that happens with heat, and a lot of perspiration is there's more friction, so you can get more hot spots or chafing areas. So be aware of that, and take some sort of lubricant, Vaseline or petroleum jelly. I don't know what it would be called in other countries, but that can be for your feet or for underarms, where your arms swing and might chafe your sides, or the inside of your legs up at the top, near the top and of your thighs, where your legs might brush together. Those are areas that can become chafed, and so either petroleum jelly, or we have a product we found on Amazon called Trail Toes, which is used by ultra marathoners. Not that we are ultra marathoners, but that's who endorse it. And also another one is called Glide, and these are products you can find on Amazon or at outfitter stores or running stores sometimes. So just be aware that you might want to have something with you to prevent chafing, which tends to be more prevalent in hot, sweaty conditions. I hope these tips will keep you safe as you walk in hot temperatures. Here it's summer in North Carolina in the United States, and we're doing a lot of training to be stronger and have more endurance and be able to walk longer distances when we go to the Camino in the fall. So we have to use a lot of these tips even here at home. So we hope you'll use them at home as well. And we also hope that if you're enjoying these YouTube videos, that you will hit the like button, leave us a comment where you tell us some ideas that you have of how to beat the heat. And if you have other questions that you'd like for us to answer in another video, let us know what that is. We're happy to take requests and take questions from you. But also, we really appreciate it if you want to subscribe to this channel. And as a subscriber, and if you hit the little bell and mark all, you will be notified when another video is posted, so you won't miss anything. So thanks for your support, and chime in the comments with your thoughts and ideas about beating the heat. We don't have all the answers, and ours aren't the only answers. So please share what you've learned that has worked for you too. All right, buen camino, everybody.